Hello, and welcome to another one of Alyssa's Rainbow Loom tutorials. Today I will be showing you how to make the butterfly blossom ring. For this ring, you will need one loom, one C or S clip to hold your bracelets together, 10 pink latex rubber bands, and 2 purple latex rubber bands. And last but not least, one crochet hook. This is an intermediate level design. Now, let's get started. Place your loom so that the red arrow is pointing away from you, like this. Our first band that we're going to place is going to be from the center peg to the forward center peg. Like this. Our second band will be placed forward like our last band was, like that. Now by grabbing another pink latex rubber band, we are going to place it from the center peg to the left peg, diagonally, like this. Now we're going to continue by up the left side of the loom. So, starting from this left diagonal peg, we're going to place one right above it to the forward left peg, like so. And for our next rubber band, we're going to turn it into the middle. So, it's going to go like this. Then we're going to return back to the center bottom peg. Then we're going to place another band to the right. Make sure you are following these instructions well, because when you finish the bracelet, if you do not put the bands in the right position, then you will not get the bracelet out the correct way. Now place one from this right peg to the forward right peg, like that. So now we finished this hexagon shape by putting a band from this right top peg to that center top peg. Now make sure that this top center peg, the bands are pushed down enough to place one more. We're going to place one more right on top to the forward peg, like so. And now we are going to place another one right above it. Still, we are using all pink rubber bands, and you should have at least one more pink rubber band left. This is what your loom should look like so far. Now we will begin to make our butterfly blossom, which is going to be in the middle of this hexagon, or a circle. Take a purple band now, put 2 fingers, figure 8, and we're not going to twist it upon itself. Now, we're going to go to this left bottom peg, place it on top, and we're going to put it to the this forward right peg. So you still should kind of see that figure 8 form. Make sure that these 2 bands are above that center peg, like this. Now we will place one going from this top left peg to this bottom right peg. When doing this, after we get done, the results should be that the 2 bands cross over one another. 2 fingers, twist it to make a figure 8, place it right above that left peg and right over that bottom one, like so. So now we have that kind of X shape in the middle of that hexagon. Now we are ready to start looping the bands. Turn your loom to where the arrow is pointing at you. This is what I mean. So where arrow is pointing at you. And bring it up to these pink bands. We'll start from the second peg, and we will loop this band to the forward peg. Get that band on your hook and loop it to the forward peg to make that raindrop shape. And now we will loop out to the left, so grabbing this band from the center and looping it to this left peg. So pull that band back, grab it, and then take it around to where you now have that raindrop shape. When looping this next band, we need to remember to pull back this purple band. Pull back that band. It should be that last one. Grab it with your hook, take it off that peg, and loop it on top of that forward, left peg. This is what you should have so far. And now the same on this band. We're going to go in and you need to pull back this purple band. And we're going to loop it to the center top peg. Pull back those bands. It should be the last one if you place the bands correctly. Grab it and loop it on towards that center peg. Now we return back to the bottom. Pull back those bands and we're going to loop this band to itself. Just putting it on top and make sure it's above that purple band. If it's not, you can just pull that purple band down with your finger. Now we are going to loop this band to itself. Whenever we are looping this one, we do need to pull all these bands back. Grab it with your hook. I would hold the bands down so you know it won't come undone. And then loop it onto that forward right peg. Now we're going to loop this bottom band, which is this band, to itself, which is the center top peg. Pull all those bands back, grab it, and loop it to that center peg. Now you can see that you can kind of see that flower shape in all those teardrop shapes. Here is a closer view of what your flower should look like. Now we're going to finish looping all of the bands. We're going to loop this band to itself. There's a lot of bands, so pull all of them back. Grab that very last band on that peg. Make sure it goes around that one peg and onto the forward peg. Like that. We will do the same thing to this one, just looping it back to itself, creating that teardrop shape. And now we have finished looping the bands. Now we are going to go to step 3, which is finishing the bracelet, which in this case we are finishing the ring. Now, in order to place our C-clip, we're going to push all these bands up to the top, and we're going to stretch it out to this right peg. You can see that it forms that triangle shape. We are doing this so it creates an area for that C-clip. Now we're going to attach our C or S clip. Grab it, attach it to that, those bands, and just let it dangle like that. You will know that you have successfully done this if it looks like that. Now, by grabbing the C or S clip, we are now going to begin to take off all of the bands. Like this. Now, flip it over to the side that you would like to place or to show. Grab that last rubber band. Put your C or S clip on it or attach it to it. Adjust your bands a little bit to where you can really see that butterfly shape forming. And there you have that beautiful butterfly blossom ring. Thank you for watching today's tutorial. Come back next time on Alyssa's Rainbow Loom Tutorials. You never know what I can make next.